What is good, y'all? John D. Saunders here. I hope all is well. In today's video, I'm breaking down my favorite typefaces. Now, in this video, you're going to get access to my full suite of free typefaces, where to find them, my favorites, and how to use them in your design projects. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Let's dive in. I do want to say all of these typefaces are free for commercial and personal use. So you can use these in your logos, on your websites, on your digital projects, basically all of those spaces. Now, a lot of designers will tell you, oh, typefaces on Google and some of these other websites aren't the best. There's been a huge transition to these websites, especially for agencies starting out, trying to make a name for themselves, where you can't afford to purchase from a foundry where they might charge you a premium for a typeface and your project is just not at that scale yet. So without further ado, let's dive in. Again, you can grab the Notion link. There is no opt-in, and I'm gonna give you all that for the free. Let's go. And these are my favorite typefaces that we've used in quite a few client projects. What I've done is I put this in a Notion doc. This is going to be shareable, so you can grab this link at any time, no opt-in. And what I've done is you can see a quick image of that typeface. You can see the site that it's located, so you can just click the link and it'll open up that specific typeface for you. Or you can see what type it is. We got sans serif, serif, as well as script, and then top tier. Top tier is just a few of my favorites, right? So a few of the ones that I really love, as well as our design and visual team, specifically our visual lead AB. So without further ado, when you check out this link, you can click it to view everything. Then you can also click, instead of gallery view, you can click the table and it'll just show it in like a list format. So I've just made this really easy for you to access and reference anytime you need to. Now, anytime we use a typeface or really like it, we'll add it to this list. So you'll see this added and updated dynamically. So maybe what I'll do is I'll do this every year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of my favorite top tier typefaces. So if we look down here, this one, Thick Boy, the name is great. But this is actually a really cool and clean font that I found about a year ago. Just really a nice sans serif. I want to show you what this looks like in real time. So if I click this, it's on GitHub here, and they provide you with the packages and everything that you need to essentially download that typeface. So it's just really clean, nice sans serif font. As you can see, lowercase looks really nice. This would be good for like a tech or SaaS product, right? Because it's really easy to use, really easy to read. There's no feet or hooks on it, as you'd see in like a serif font, and just a really dope typeface. This one, Satoshi, our visual design lead AB found this one, man. I don't know where he found this one. FontShare was a site, but it's just a beautiful typeface. As you can see here, we actually use it on our new website with our rebrand. So you can see it live in full effect right here. So as the site loads up, you can see this is what we used here. There's a free Google Chrome extension called What Font, where you can look up the font of any website. I use this all the time, especially for design projects. So again, we love Satoshi. We used it for our agency site, as well as my personal site has the same typeface. It just looks really great, especially with this dark background and this white typeface. It just works really, really well. So Satoshi, another one of my favorites. Quicksand, Railway, both beautiful Google fonts. And then we have Poppins. Poppins is probably goated. I mean, this typeface is pretty flawless. It's really great. It looks great in italicized. It looks great regular. It looks beautiful, extra light and thin as well. It's very versatile also. You can use this for a plethora of different brands, nonprofits, SaaS, startups, tech. I mean, it's just really versatile. And this is actually a free font or free typeface from Google Fonts. So if you click here, you can always see this one is top tier. It's always in the top 10 typefaces for the year. It just works really well, and it's just really versatile. So again, all these are you're able to use for personal and commercial use. So feel free to use away. Playfair Display. This is probably one of my favorite serif fonts. We don't use serifs a ton, but when we do, we like to use Playfair Display. As you can see, the semi-bold is just gorgeous. Nice feet and hooks here. As you can see with this serif font, the F with this nice kind of colon, it just looks really, really clean. Also, Laura, Man Rope. Here's another one of my favorites. Laura, this is top tier for me. Another great serif font. And so you know the difference for those that don't, a serif font usually has like these hooks on it. This gives it more of a classical feel. So you'll see this with a lot of like high-end brands, or and then sans serif is without those hooks and transitions. So it just looks like a really modern, kind of more contemporary font. As we move up here, here's another Lexendeca, beautiful Libre Baskerville. I think I spelled this wrong actually, y'all. Let me make sure I fix that so y'all have it. And again, I'm gonna update this in real time so you can always access this and go back. And then a few additional favorites, Jakarta Sans. This one is another GitHub goldmine. Jakarta Sans is another just beautiful typeface, as you can see here with this H1, and then here with the paragraph font, just really well done and clean. And then Inter is another versatile typeface. This is one of Google Fonts, probably top tier. If you go to Google Fonts, you can actually look at what their top typefaces are by just hitting this and just hitting most popular. As you can see, Roboto, Open Sans, Lotto, Montserrat, Source Sans Pro, Poppins, right, of course, is there as well. And then lastly, this is one of my new favorites, Clash Grotesque. There's Clash Grotesque and Clash Display, so kind of look at this one here. But man, I love this typeface and how clean it looks, especially because it gives it a more specific feel. It's almost a mix of serif and sans serif. Here, I'll show you what that looks like, but it just looks really dope. Just another beautiful typeface again. So that's it. That's all I got for y'all. This is a freebie, so be sure to grab it, and I'll see y'all soon. Thank you all for checking out the video. Again, if you enjoyed it, like, comment, and make sure you subscribe. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.